Dare to play. Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. This is my Center of Operations.
Hey, Nancy. Frosty's got quite the unusual scream, doesn't he?
Well, he had kind of a good reason.
Oh, come on. Did you scream when you saw that mouse in Scott's office? No. He thinks he's so smooth. First time I heard him do that, I thought my little sister was downstairs.
I have got some extra candy. Would you like a piece?
Yes, I do. Cool, just what I wanted.
That's it for now.
Have fun.
So, what's up?
I need to get going.
Pop in anytime.
What's going on?
Guess I'll get going.
Fine by me.
Well, Evan ain't my favorite customer.
Good seeing you again.
See you soon.
Hey there.
I'd better get going.
Adios.
I'm ready to collect my paw pennies.
Uh-oh. More work for me means less money for you.
Finished for now.
I am real impressed with your work, Nancy. You earned every one of those pennies.
All done.
Oh, nice job, Nancy. Go take what you've earned.
I'm ready to collect my paw pennies.
You did real fine. Go get what you got coming.
I'm ready to collect my paw pennies.
That's gonna cost you.
Finished for now.
Oh, nice job, Nancy. Go take what you've earned.
Look at that! Knock that barn
What's up?
What do you want to do now that you've finished your degree?
Actually, I'm not sure yet. I'm still kind of weighing my options.
I'll check back with you in a bit.
Have fun!
Nancy, good to hear from you. I've been watching the weather. Things look like they've been pretty rough out there. Glad to hear you made it through okay.
It was pretty intense. We would have gotten some great data, but
You still got a saboteur on the loose. Well, what else is new?
just out of curiosity, how many products do you make?
Oh, let me see now. Krollmeister Particle Decelerator, Krollmeister Salad Cannon, well, the whole line of salad dressings, of course, and then there's, not a clue. A lot. Never took the time to count.
Do you have a favorite invention?
Well, now that you mention it, no, not really. All the really good ones got done before I came on the scene. Would have liked to come up with something big like the clock or the car or the zipper. But that's the drawback of being a modern-day inventor. I'll be honest, most of the inventing I do is just gluing one thing onto another, like the phone radio or the thermometer pen. It's not exciting, but it's what the public seems to want.
Can you tell me anything about Brooke Tavenaugh?
Now that's some good detective work. You want to make sure that we're not overlooking what's going on with the other team, am I right?
That's right.
Now, I don't know much about Brooke, except that she's pushing hard for that #1 spot. Very ambitious and very smart. A woman with that kind of talent doesn't need to sabotage her competitors, but that doesn't mean that she wouldn't. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Any idea why Debbie would be turning down better jobs to stay at Canute?
ND, much as I love to help you with every small detail of your... Oh, come on, people! That's not even ours! Now, what was I saying? Was I lecturing you, or were we talking?
Talking. Technically.
Really? Let me go to the old playback. Can't expect me. Minus scrape, big crash. Nope. Afraid that's not how I remember it. All right, then, let me continue. Never mind. I can't even work up a good lecture these days with this crew. What can I do for you, ND?
Good talking to you again.
Get out there and see who's sabotaging my machines.
With the Milan premiere only weeks away.
I can't hit the sack just yet. I can't go to bed yet. I can't go to bed yet.
Hello, Nancy.
I'll quit bugging you now.
Fine by me.
The wind sure did a number on these things. There's pieces of them everywhere. There, now they should work. What's that? Somebody on Scott's team probably dropped this. I need to get out of here.
Turn ahead 999 leagues.
That's not the right way back to the farm. What is going on here? Somebody must have programmed this thing to give faulty directions.
Destination missing.
Nearest destination frequency costly. Growing reboot grammar. Native destination processing.
Destination missing.
Hey there.
Did you fix the GPS devices?
Sure did.
I think maybe they could use some more work. Mine went berserk and tried to lead me directly into the path of a storm.
You did what now?
It tried to lead me right into the storm.
I'm real sorry, Nancy. All I did was run a few updates and... I'm very sorry it went haywire on you. I'll make sure it never happens again.
I'll check back with you later.
Bye now.
What's up?
Thanks to that faulty GPS, I wound up in the middle of a violent thunderstorm on my way back from fixing the antenna. I know it sounds paranoid, but I think someone tampered with it.
You sure you were operating it correctly?
Positive.
I'll have Chase take a look at it. What else is going on?
That's it for now.
Have fun! Time to call it a day, Nancy. Hit the sack and I'll see you first thing in the morning.
So, what's up?
Thanks for all the advice.
Bye now.
It's late, Nancy. Why don't you call it quits for the day?
What's going on?
Guess I'll get going.
Ta-ta.
Time to call it a day, Nancy. Hit the sack and I'll see you first thing in the morning.
ND, haven't heard from you in too long. You closer to figuring out who's been tampering with my machines?
I have a few hunches, but it's still a little too soon. I was thinking, these are some pretty complicated machines. Wouldn't you have to know quite a bit about their inner workings to sabotage them?
Now there's a thought, ND. I think you might be right. Doesn't take much skill to break a machine, but to tweak it so that it's doing its job differently, now that takes some mechanical smarts.
Hey, there might be something to that.
Unfortunately, the thing is, there's not one person on the team there that wouldn't be capable of something like this. Good hunch, but do you have anything else?
Not yet, but I'm working on it. Would it be possible for someone to sabotage a GPS device?
Of course it would. It takes a top-notch mind to put together something as complicated as a GPS device, but I don't need to tell you that. It's always easier to destroy something than it is to make it work well. Why do you ask?
My GPS went a little wonky and sent me right into a storm, and I don't think it was an accident.
I don't like the sound of that one bit, ND. From now on, I want you reading maps, too. Like the old saying goes, trust but verify. I'm going to do some snooping on my end to see what kind of people you're dealing with out there. They might be worse than I suspected.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Get out there and see who's sabotaging my machines.
Morning, Debbie. What's up?
If I seem a little frantic, it's because there's a front moving in capable of producing a supercell, maybe even lots of supercells. So we're moving out ASAP. Everyone's already outside. You'll ride with Chase in the... Holy cow, that was the jack for Scott's phone. Forget what I was saying. You're gonna have to stay here and fix Scott's phone connection. Scott will freak if he comes back and his phone doesn't work. Soon as I finish entering these data, I am out of here. Go on, go fix that phone. Go!
But how do I fix a phone? I've never done anything like that.
It probably just needs to be rewired. I've seen you work. I know you can figure this out for us.
I can't hit the sack just yet. I can't hit the sack just yet.
Come on, Debbie, let's get going.
On my way.
That should do it. There, all fixed. What's that sound? Looks like I need a key.
Truly wonderful classic music coming your way. Don't forget this weekend, there's the Modern Guilt Symposium at
As long as you're making sure that everything looks right, you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, I know what I'm doing here.
That's Scott. This headset must have some kind of wireless connection to his cell phone. Wonder who he's talking to.
Congratulations! Any chance you can keep your act together so that the rest of the world doesn't also know what you're up to?
No one suspects a thing, Brooke.
Brooke? That's the name of the leader of that rival chase team.
Let's try to keep it that way.
You worry about keeping up your part of the deal. I've got everything and everyone under control out here. Looks
like Chase stepped in that oil puddle I saw by the sprinklers. Or are there other puddles of oil around here? What am I doing? Those belong to Chase. I'm ready to collect my paw pennies.
What can I do for you, little lady?
I've enjoyed talking to you.
Stop by anytime.
There's some kind of residue on the blade. Smells like coolant. Hello?
Nancy! Good. Glad I got you. You all right now? Everybody get through that storm?
Yeah, we're all fine.
Great. I was hoping so, but after something that big, thought I'd better check. While I got you on the phone, something's come up, and I could really use you down at the store. Please, hurry.
Okay, I'll be right there.
And you brought the mousetrap. Good. Because I've been seeing a lot of mice lately, especially by that homesteader display in the museum. Must have a nest right beside it. I want you to catch them for me and get them out of here before the health department hears about it. They give me a hard enough time already for selling all them Cocoa Kringle products.
I can do that for you, sure.
That's a spit here. Here's one of them moon chunks to use as bait.
Ooh, I'll need that. Thanks.
So you just go on over there and have at it.
Thank you kindly. Now get him out of here before any tourists see him. Thanks for catching that mice, Nancy.
Well, if it ain't my favorite customer.
I'll let you get back to work.
Stop by anytime.
Wasn't there before. That's the divining rod that's missing from the museum. I wonder if someone was trying to hide it and stepped in that pool of oil over there in the process.
Hey there.
How was the chase that I missed?
Oh, went pretty good. Didn't see any funnel clouds, but I managed to plant a sensor right in the path of a major downdraft, if you can believe that.
Was Scott there to see it?
He went in the base vehicle by himself, but he was real happy when he heard about that sensor. Yes, ma'am.
You've been spending all your spare time around here trying to find oil, haven't you?
What? Oil? Well, I've been doing no such thing. Where'd you get an idea like that?
I found the divining rod you took from Pa's museum. The one you left by the old spring house.
I should have known I wouldn't get away with it. Lying and conniving and sneaking around, they just don't come natural to me. My mama raised me just too right. See, I heard rumors there was an oil deposit somewhere underneath this here farm. I also heard the college was getting ready to dump the place, so I signed up with Scott figuring I could look for oil, and if I found some, try to get my daddy to invest in a little real estate.
And to make sure Canute dumps the place, you've been sabotaging the chase team.
You think I'm the one making everything go wrong? Oh, you're wrong about that. It's on account of Scott. He's the one messing stuff up around here. He's a jinx. And that's the truth. Listen, I'm truly ashamed of my behavior, Nancy. I will apologize to Pa for taking that divining rod first chance I get. And I know it's highly unlikely, but should you and my mama ever cross paths...
I'll keep this to myself, but you've got to keep being honest with me.
You got a deal. You know, come to think of it, I guess I can't rightly say all the bad stuff that's been going on is just bad luck. Like when I checked out the lightning rod on the farmhouse to see why Scott's phone blew up like that, I discovered something kind of strange. Instead of being wired so any lightning that struck the house would be directed to the ground, this here lightning rod connected to the wiring inside the house.
Someone wanted that phone jack to explode?
Or the TV, or the fridge. Someone just wanted to do some damage.
But you're sure it was wired that way on purpose?
Either that, or this thing was put up by the world's dumbest electrician.
I'll check back with you later.
Bye now.
What can I do for you, little lady?
You'll be happy to know I found your missing divining rod.
Well, put the cat out of the rain. Where was it?
Turns out Chase Rutherford was using it to look for oil out at the farmstead.
He's not going to find oil out there. Oh, he might find a puddle or two. That's about it. Ross Oil Company pumped these parts dry decades ago. Anyways, if you can put it back in the display, I'd be truly grateful.
I've enjoyed talking to you.
Don't let them canutes work you too hard.
What's going on?
I heard someone talking about some Brooke person. Who is she again?
Brooke Tavenaugh. She heads the chase team that in all likelihood is going to whoop our collective Fanny in the competition.
What's she like?
I don't know. Look, if it's all the same to you, I'd just as soon talk about something else, okay?
I'll let you get back to work.
Don't hurry back.
Hey, thanks for fixing the phone. You didn't miss much on the chase.
Well, I'm sorry you didn't get good weather.
Well, that's the breaks. Hey, since you're so good at fixing things, why don't you fix the TV? I think we've abused it enough. It's not getting any picture.
That's it for now.
Have fun.
What's up?
Everything go okay on that chase I had to miss?
Yep, the sky was incredible. Saw a couple of promising wall clouds, but nothing ever dropped. Feel free to take a look at the pictures I just downloaded. They are awesome!
I'll catch you later.
Bye now.
which shows a clear funnel plan. That's the footage from Frosty's camera. I'm sure of it. It did record after all.
I think it's a lost cause, Nancy. It's permanently broke. Bummer. What's up?
I'm almost positive the footage on that tornado that hit the barn I just saw on TV is footage that Frosty shot.
That's impossible. For one thing, his camera wasn't working.
But the footage matched our view of the tornado exactly.
Somebody with a camera must have stopped nearby, and in all the excitement, you just didn't see them. Look, nobody likes to admit they screwed up, okay? But you screwed up. It happens to everyone. So just admit it and move on.
That's it for now.
Have fun!
So, what's up?
I've harassed you enough.
Pop in anytime.
Hello, Nancy.
I'll quit bugging you now.
Fine by me.
Hey there.
I'll check back with you later.
See you around.
It kind of looks like the money box I found at the farmhouse.
Nancy!
Is that Nancy? You don't need to give me that look. It's a legitimate question. Maybe someone called and asked you to name your favorite detective. Oh, like it hasn't happened before. Hey, look. I bet you there is something good on the other side of those cobwebs.
Is this a bad time?
No, it's a fine time. We're just caught up in what we always seem to get caught up in anytime I want to go somewhere in a hurry.
You can't blame me for this one. All I said was there's definitely something fishy about this place. But I say that at least 4 times a day.
Vacation's not going so great, I take it.
Not so great by half.
Oh, it's fine. He's just mad we had to leave Paris without visiting the... What's that thing called? The big, boring, stolen stone thing?
Luxor Obelisk.
Yeah, that thing.
Why'd you have to leave so quickly?
Same old.
Hey, look, a hidden door.
Why don't you go check it out, Joe? Sometimes, if you give him something to do.
Definitely a secret door. Textbook example.
Okay, go check it out. What was I saying? You know what? No use in backtracking. I've got maybe 10 seconds before he butts in again to announce that he's found some secret lever or something.
You're not going to believe what's in here.
So what exactly did come up?
1 second we're in Paris, and you know the drill. Museum leads to clues, clues lead to the Romanov fortune. I'm leaving a few steps out, but...
I call it the mystery of the train trip.
Would you please not do that? It's embarrassing. But enough about us. What's going on with you?
You know P.G. Kromeister, the founder of the company that makes pretty much everything?
I didn't know he was actually real. I thought he was more like actual astronaut, the Moonchunk spokesman, or that cartoon pterodactyl that sells used cars. Wow, he must be 100 years old.
Hard to say. He's got more energy than anyone I've ever met. Anyway, he hired me because he thinks that someone is sabotaging some of his high-profile new storm detection equipment. He sent me out to storm country to investigate.
Now, why would anyone want to sabotage storm measuring equipment?
I wish I knew. If you ask me, well, I guess it's too soon to ask me.
Is there anything the two of us can help you with?
Well, when I first arrived, I found a mysterious unmarked box full of cash, but I still have no clue who it belongs to.
It's hard to say what that's about, but one thing's for sure. It's important.
Agreed. The fastest way to the bottom of any mystery is to follow the money.
I don't think it's going to be that simple.
It's definitely not going to be simple, but it's a guaranteed step in the right direction. Take a good long look at everyone on the team. Normal people don't just leave boxes of cash lying around.
Good point. Will do. Any idea why Chase would be acting so suspiciously about having oil on his boots?
Maybe he found a secret oil reserve and doesn't want anyone to know.
Yeah, but the chances of that are... Come to think of it, this part of the country, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility.
If he did find oil, wouldn't it belong to the university anyway?
Probably.
Well, it's not that simple. It depends on the state of the property deed. But say he found oil, and he kept it secret.
He might be able to buy the property for cheap and cash in on the oil. No wonder he seems so strange.
That is, if that's what's going on.
Right. I'll keep an eye out for more clues. Do you know why anyone would want to attract mice into the house where we're staying?
Is this someone a cat?
Unlikely.
Then I have no clue.
I found some very interesting letters.
All right, tell me more.
Seems that Debbie's been turning down some pretty good employment opportunities.
All right, that's not very interesting at all. Continue.
It's getting there, trust me. It seems from these letters that Debbie expects to take control of the team soon.
All right, she's ambitious.
These go beyond ambitions. From reading these letters, it's clear that she expects Scott out, and soon. Not hopes he'll leave, expects him to be gone. Now, either she has some information that none of the rest of the team has, or
she plans on pushing him off the team herself.
Would either of you happen to know much about storm chasing?
Unfortunately, not much more than the next guy on the street. But to me, it sounds a little crazy. Why would you want to chase anything that's 100,000 times bigger than you and full of electricity?
Don't forget, this is some dangerous stuff.
I won't. That's it for now.
All right, take care over there.
Indy, what can I do for you?
Were you able to find anything out in your research on the team?
Aside from Frosty's impressive collection of unpaid parking tickets, nothing yet.
Nothing turned up about Scott or Debbie?
Let's see. Nothing too substantial. As you're no doubt aware, Scott's got quite the reputation as a crotchety old misanthrope. And, not surprisingly, that seems to have really affected his career. Everyone agrees he used to be the fastest rising star in the field, but those days are long gone.
Anything else about Debbie?
Not a thing but ambition. And you know that that's a slippery virtue sometimes. She wants to lead that team, but you gotta ask yourself, what's she willing to do to get what she wants? That's no small question to figure out.
Do you know anything about oil deposits in this part of the country?
Afraid I don't. Never gave much thought about oil, to tell you the truth. Dig a hole, make a fortune. I guess it's appealing for some people, but to me it's just plain boring. I'm more interested in making than finding.
Have a good day.
Call me as soon as you learn anything new.
What's up?
I'll check back with you in a bit.
Have fun.
Hey, Nancy, whoa. Never seen that look on your face before.
You've been secretly selling tornado footage to someone, haven't you?
What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
You've been shooting stuff for the team, but selling it on the sly, using the box under the yellow rose bush by the barn as a drop point. That's how you got all those scratches on your arm. And Debbie not only knows about it, she condones it. I overheard you two talking out in the cornfield. Or should I say, conspiring. You two are trying to get Scott so frustrated that he finally blows and says or does something that will force the college to let him go.
Nancy, do you have any idea how crazy you sound?
What I don't know for sure is whether you two are also responsible for the other stuff that's happened around here, like the hose in Pete's car, and the equipment failure, and the mouse infestation. Guess I'll just have to tell Scott everything and see what he thinks.
Okay, look, I don't know why you feel like you need to stick your big fat nose where it doesn't belong, but all I did was sell some pictures and footage to this girl I know who's trying to make a name for herself as a nature photographer. Legally, all the stuff I shoot belongs to the team, but that's totally unfair, and Debbie agrees. She knows how hard it is to get a good start, and she looks the other way. Don't be upset with her, though. She's just trying to help. But when it comes to all that other stuff, I had nothing to do with any of it, and neither did she. I promise you. So there's really no reason to tell Scott any of this, right?
I guess not.
You're a fine lady. Oh, and that big fat nose thing? Kidding. So, how are those cloud pictures coming?
Actually, I'm having problems finding cirrostratus.
You know, if you head on out to the Fraser Creek windmill, I'll bet you anything you'll get your picture. Weather conditions for cirrostratus should be perfect right now. In the meantime, I gotta get back to work. See ya.
What's up?
Frosty told me that he's been secretly selling his footage and that you're helping.
He said that, did he? Well, that's not exactly something you need to worry about.
Maybe it's something you shouldn't be involved in.
Nancy, you have no idea what you're talking about. Do yourself a favor and keep your mind on your work.
I better get to work.
Have fun! Time to call it a day, Nancy. Hit the sack and I'll see you first thing in the morning.
Hello, Nancy.
I'll let you get back to work.
Don't hurry back.
Good morning, Debbie.
Nancy, perfect timing. We've got a couple target storms ready to go critical. We need to get out in the field now. You'll drive. Scott and I are going to be tracking the storm. Okay? Ready?
Yes, let's go.
We've got 2, maybe 3 possible targets out there.
All right, good. That's what I like to hear. Tell me what we're looking at.
Got word that the northmost cell is already throwing some pretty sizable hail. We might be a little late on that one.
All right, that's not the system I'm excited about anyway.
Didn't think so. We go west. It's a longer drive, but there's some good movement, high amount of shear.
Perfect.
From what I've been hearing, Brooks' team has been saying they already got 6 confirmed touchdowns and 2 good reads on supercells that didn't spawn funnels.
Sweet. It's your lucky day, Nancy. Since I don't feel like wrestling with the prehistoric Doppler unit, you're going to do it for me. Since Canute could care less about providing working equipment, we're stuck with this garbage. You're going to have to take care warming it up since it's about twice your age. You're going to have to flip 3 switches, 1 in each group, to get it started. All the lights need to be set to blue before it starts working properly. Remember, the lights won't turn until you activate them. There it goes again. Shoot! We've got to get this back up and running quickly. If those cables get mixed up, it will be days before I can get them resorted. Make sure you keep those cables in order. Don't forget the top cable goes in the first plug and the bottom goes in the last plug. What's the word? You finished?
Make sure you're keeping those cables in order. Try working from the top down. Make sure you're keeping those cables in order. Try working from the top down.
Can you hurry it up a little? Can you hurry it up a little? Can you hurry it up a little?
Make sure you're keeping those cables in order. Try working from the top down.
Can you hurry it up a little? How are things coming on that Doppler? How are things coming on that Doppler? What's the word? You finished? Almost done? How are things coming on that Doppler?
Make sure you're keeping those cables in order. Try working from the top down. Nice job, Nancy. Looks like we're ready to roll. Actually, it looks like we're out a bit early here. Nothing's developing like it should be. Let's get back to base and track from there. I don't want to follow a bum lead on a system with this much potential.
Hey there.
I'll check back with you later.
See you around.
Brooks been paying Scott off?
Nancy, have you seen Scott?
Not since we got back.
There's a huge front coming in and he's nowhere to be seen. This is not like Scott. If you see him around, will you let me know? Chase and Frosty and I are supposed to be leaving for the Grange soon, and I really need to know that someone is keeping an eye on these fronts.
What's up?
Thanks for all the advice.
Take care.
What's going on? I thought you were supposed to be at the theater right now.
Change in plans. Scott's gone, and we've got a major storm front moving in.
Okay.
He left in the truck. He's got all of our equipment, and he's not answering his phone.
That makes sense.
It does?
Yes, I found a note in Scott's office. He's been meeting with Brooke, and she's been paying him off to sabotage the team. That's where he is right now.
What? No. Wait. I'm gonna have to deal with that later. It doesn't matter right now. What's important now is that we keep on top of this storm. With the way conditions are developing, this front could produce the strongest weather we've seen this season or ever. And I still don't know where it's headed. Today is quickly approaching nightmare status. I think I might be able to track the storm using our old methods, but this would be so much easier if we had our equipment up and working.
You need the equipment? Consider it done.
Wait, Nancy, that's not what I meant.
You work on tracking the storm, and I'll work on tracking down Scott and the equipment.
Nancy, hang on. At least make sure you stay in radio contact. And if things start to get bad out there, I want you to promise me you'll head to his shelter immediately.
I promise. These symbols match Scott's. This must be some sort of code. So does this one. These are all of the windmill. That must be where Scott's been meeting Brooke.
Nancy, what are you doing here?
You mean me, as opposed to Brooke?
Brooke? What are you talking about?
When I was fixing the phone jack, I accidentally overheard the phone conversation you two had. I could hear it through the headset on your desk.
And just what do you think you overheard?
Enough to know you two are working together. You've been sabotaging your own team, haven't you? You've been doing everything you can to make sure Brooke's team wins and yours loses.
That's ridiculous.
That's why you're meeting her way out here, so the people who've been looking up to you all this time couldn't see her paying you off.
I have never gotten the credit I deserve for the work I've done, ever. I know more about tornadoes than any person alive, and I get neither the respect nor the compensation people half as brilliant as me get without lifting a finger. Why? Because I work for a podunk college run by podunk incompetents bent on bad-mouthing and spiting me at every turn just because I don't play well with others at their idiotic staff meetings.
Why don't you just quit?
Because thanks to them, I'm considered impossible to work with. No other school will hire me. I'm stuck here and they know it. So yes, I've been sabotaging my own team. And yes, Brooke is paying me a small fortune to do so because I've had it. I'm through. Tornado's forming. I can feel it. It'll be on the ground in minutes, and it's going to be huge. And here you are, a novice out in the field and all alone.
Nancy, this is Debbie. Over.
I'm here. I think Scott knocked me out.
He did what?
When I confronted him about selling the team out to Brooke, he went berserk.
I can't believe he would do that, and with Brooke Tavenaugh of all people. Well, we'll deal with that later. Right now, I need you down here at the Grange ASAP. We need to evacuate the theater, and you've got my Grange keys with you in Frosty's car.
I'm on my way. Over and out.
It's been chaos here. I was able to cobble together a pretty basic tracking system back at the homestead, and instantly I knew we were in trouble. The storm was showing a high potential of moving into town, but without the proper readings, we couldn't issue an alert. I knew we'd have to evacuate the Grange in person. But when we got here, we saw that it's locked. The shelter is locked on a performance night. I need you to take care of this while the rest of us work on a backup plan, okay? I'm trusting you here. I know you can do this. There are a lot of people depending on you right now. What is this now? Who would double lock a storm shelter? Nancy, quick, which key opens the shelter? What is this now? Who would double lock a... What is this now? Yes, you did it! Nice job, Nancy.
I think the worst is past.
Nancy, where are you going? Get in the shelter!
I can't just let Scott get away.
Okay, Nancy, first thing, switch on your GPS. That little dot you see, follow that and it will lead you right to Scott. We put a tracker on his truck. It's a safety thing. But Nancy, be careful out there. Keep this radio on and I'll do my best to keep you safe. And Nancy, I'm really sorry about everything that happened back there. Scott, he wasn't always like this. I was worried about him earlier. His heart clearly wasn't in it anymore. He was putting us in danger. I just wanted to do what's best.
That's not what it sounded like when I overheard you talking to Frosty. You two wanted to get rid of Scott. And from where I was standing, you sure didn't sound very concerned about safety.
Nancy, I know it probably sounded bad, but there's a lot you don't know. Pete, the intern you took over for, his injury wasn't just an accident. He got hurt because Scott sent him out where he never should have been. After that, I knew I had to take over.
That's still no...
Looking back, I do things differently. But I did what I did for the right reasons. I wanted to push Scott until the world saw how reckless he was being. It was a mistake. I screwed up and I accept responsibility. No matter what happens out there, promise me that you'll be careful.
I promise. better find us some shelter. I wonder if there's a way to get into the spring house. Made it! Dear Ned, once the theater was successfully evacuated, Debbie and Chase were able to follow the GPS tracking signal to the spring house, where Scott and I had safely weathered the storm. Although he was pretty seriously shaken up in the crash, Scott came to in time to see Frosty arrive with the police. He received community service for destruction of public property and interfering with public safety records. He didn't fare so well with the college. They fired him quicker than lightning hitting a bee-stung greyhound, as they say around here. So it looks like he'll actually be serving the community now, instead of just pretending to, even if it's just by picking up garbage by the side of the road. Word spread quickly about Scott's misdeeds, and soon Brooke Tavenaugh, the rival Chase team leader, found herself out of a job as well. With the storm season almost over, it looked like both teams were out of the competition. Debbie, always the organizer, decided to combine the remaining members on both teams for the remainder of the season. Without Scott's ever-present storm cloud hanging over the team and his constant sabotaging, the team really began to hit its stride with Debbie in charge. 2 days after I told Krollmeister I had found the source of the sabotage and the change in team leaders, Debbie's Chase team was greeted by a surprise delivery, the next generation of Krollmeister's storm tracking and detection equipment. With Scott out of the picture, Frosty renegotiated his contract. Now that he's able to pursue his own projects on the side, he's just about doubled his output. He's launched his own business, and when he's not getting pelted by softball-sized hail, you'll find him in his studio. Chase has given up on his dreams of finding oil. Even if he hadn't, he wouldn't have the time to look. Debbie's keeping him too busy. Free from having to spend his days fixing Scott's mistakes, Chase has finally had the opportunity to show off his keen sense for weather. Now that Debbie has accepted Scott's old position as head of the Canute Storm Team, he's become her right-hand man. Last I heard, he was going to assist Debbie in her classes in the fall. And when I got home, I found a surprise delivery myself as well. The first shipment of my lifetime supply of Cocoa Kringle bars. Krollmeister also sent me a note telling me to keep my bags packed. He has a special surprise trip planned for me as a way to say thanks. As long as it's someplace where the clouds stay in the sky like they belong, I'll be happy to go. While the winners of the Green Skies event won't be determined until fall, things are looking pretty good for Debbie's team. With the new equipment, they've logged the most storm data. And although Debbie won't be showing anyone until she's 100% sure, the team may have made a verified touchdown prediction. Yesterday, a postcard from Pa arrived. After the town repaired the storm damage to the Grange, they restaged the town play. They even added a new part about the storm, including a scene where a certain someone unlocks the storm shelter. As long as it wasn't played by Pa in a wig, I'm happy. Pa says that he remembered most of his lines this time, at least the important ones. As for me, well, I've had just about enough stormy weather for one season. Love, Nancy. After risking my life chasing down deadly twisters, I think it's time for a change of pace. I've decided to join Bess and George on their trip to Kyoto, Japan. I've always wanted to visit Japan, from the exotic food and wild fashion in the cities to the nature and tradition in the smaller towns. I know there's going to be a ton to see and do. As a thank you for all of my hard detective work, P.G. Krollmeister has reserved a room for me at one of the area's best ryokans, or traditional inns. It'll be nice to finally take a break from solving mysteries and to spend a few weeks without danger and dark secrets hiding around every corner. I've already heard that the ryokan I'm staying in has quite a reputation. I'm not sure exactly for what, though. Well, I'll find that out soon enough. Join me in my next adventure, Shadow at the Water's Edge.
Action!
Here you go, little guys. Good luck in your new home. How many of you are there? Okay, this is getting ridiculous. This is Elsie's first time as a driver on the Oklahoma circuit, but already she's showing herself to be a talented driver and fierce competitor on the track. It's rare to see a young cow driver with this much confidence, especially on such a difficult terrain. Excellent handling around the turns. Uh-oh, this could be trouble. And she handles it like a pro. Excellent performance today. Only one question remains. How did she get a car in the first place?
Oh, yeah!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ouch! Hi, I'm Nancy Drew.